In this video, we're going to talk about the three common fears that basically everyone who goes through a withdrawal experience has. And I'm also going to share some stories of people who have emailed and messaged me with inspiring tales of improvement. Stay tuned, I hope you'll enjoy it. Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to The Lovely Grind. My name is Michael Preby, and my website is lovelygrind.com. That's where you're going to find blog posts. That's where you're going to find information about my coaching. That's where you're now going to find the ability to register for my brand new Healing Mindset online course as well. And again, there's a great discount, 30% off on that course just for my YouTube subscribers and only during this launch week. So I hope you'll check that out, and I welcome you back to this video, which is going to focus on three common fears that everyone has in withdrawal. And also at the end of it, stay tuned because I'm going to share some really inspiring and encouraging emails and messages I've gotten from people lately that share tales of how they've improved. So, the three common fears, first off, that I had during withdrawal, and basically everyone I talk to in coaching has in one form or another and at one time or another. The first fear, am I dying? Right? That's what brings many people to internet research in the first place, or to doctor's offices, because you start going through withdrawal and you don't know what the heck's going on. You wonder if maybe you're dying. The second fear, am I losing my mind? That's another common one that basically everyone has in one form or another at one time or another because of some of the mental confusion, intrusive thoughts, and other symptoms that a person might experience during withdrawal. And the final fear, is this permanent? Right? And that's one that really tears at people and haunts people and really leads to a whole lot of worry and anxiety. Is this permanent? Well, a spoiler alert, the answer to all three of those questions is no. You know, a person isn't dying when you're going through withdrawal. You're not losing your mind when you're going through withdrawal. And withdrawal is not permanent. You're not going to stay in these symptoms and with this intense experience forever. But again, as someone who went through it when I came off Paxil and Xanax after more than a dozen years of use, as someone who went through the withdrawal experience, I know how scary those thoughts can be and why they're so prevalent and take up so much mental space and cause us so much unnecessary worry as we're going through it. And so again, all those fears are common, and I had to deal with all of them myself as well. And in my new Healing Mindset course, The Powerful Ideas You Need to Beat Withdrawal and Find Wellness, I talk about each of the three fears I mentioned in detail in some of the lessons and work through some ideas and coping mechanisms and thoughts that help a person to find reassurance regarding those fears so that they don't consume a person or hold you down and keep you from moving forward. But again, back to that third fear, is this permanent? Everyone has that fear at some time or another, and people might ask, well, how could I ever do this? How could I do this withdrawal thing forever? I can barely make it a day. How can I make it another year or 2 or 5 or whatever? Well, my answer to you is this. No matter how intense the experience is that you're going through right now, it's not always going to stay that intense. So even if you are one of the people like myself who has an experience that lasts a little while and has a bit of a challenge as far as how long you got to do this, it doesn't stay that intense forever. It's not like acute withdrawal. It just lasts month after month, year after year. So as you get to different stages of healing, you have more energy. The symptoms aren't as intense. You have more strength, and you have what you need to get through that stage with what you're coping with and dealing with at that time. So in the moment, you think, I could never do what I have to do now forever. Well, you won't have to. Things will get easier. And if you give things more time and combine that time with the right approaches to self-care and working on yourself, then you're going to find even greater measures of healing. And not just healing, but again, if you focus on the right things, the sorts of things that help me that I share in this course and many others, if you focus on the right approaches and ideas, then you can find personal growth and transformation as well. And that's really, again, the goal of what I do with these videos and in my coaching and this online course. It's not only to help people through tapers and successfully get done with a taper and successfully cope through withdrawal symptoms, although that's a big part of it, but it's also about having an approach that aims to grow spiritually and grow as a person, find more confidence, move past the withdrawal experience psychologically and emotionally so that you're not haunted by it, by the things that can feel traumatic or that were traumatic about it. It's about getting through withdrawal, moving forward with life, getting off the pills, finding out how to manage anxiety or depression or stress naturally, and moving forward and finding more fulfillment and joy in life in general. So again, if you haven't yet checked out the Healing Mindset link down below in the video description with that great discount for subscribers, you can click there, read more about the course, take advantage of the limited time offer to subscribe at a great discount, and I really hope to see you there. Now, I thought today I'd also share some stories of people who have messaged me recently or emailed me recently that either watch my channel or whom I've coached that had some nice encouraging things to share with others regarding improvements. And I know a lot of people are always looking for success stories, and there's a lot of success stories out there. Not all of them are going to be found on the internet. Not everyone takes the time to write it. Not everyone feels comfortable sharing. And a lot of people find success at different stages of where they're at. I see a lot of success and transformation in people I coach. I see a lot of challenges too, no doubt. A lot of people have complicated situations and are going through a lot of stuff, just like I had and just like I was. But I'll see a lot of people not only being able to make success in tapers, get off medications, stay off medications, but grow as well if they stick with it. And today I'll just share a few messages that I've gotten recently. One was on my YouTube channel. And this comes from someone who I actually had never worked with in coaching, but I know there's a lot of people out there who watch my YouTube channel whom I never talk to, but some of whom at least come back and leave a nice message that others can read. So I appreciate that. And this one's from a man named Marvin. And he says, "Hello, Michael. Thank you for another great video. My last dose of Xanax was on March 20th, 2020, and my withdrawal has now come to an end. Your videos were a great help and comfort to me during that time. I continue to watch because your points carry over into the lifelong journey of healing our spirits from the insanity of this world and living sustainable, humble lives. Much love." Well, thanks so much for that message, Marvin. Thanks for taking the time to come back and leave that. I appreciate it, and others do too. You know, it sounds like you're really on board not only with the idea of getting off the medications and finding withdrawal healing, but absorbing the other things I talk about, which is just like a change of heart and spirit and personal and spiritual growth that can allow you to see things in a better way, find more confidence in yourself, find a better relationship with God, find a better way to approach stress and anxiety when they do arise, and in general, just take part in the transformation that was maybe made possible at first by getting off the medications. So you get off and then you try to find just better health, wellness, and joy in general. So thanks a lot for the message, Marvin. Another one that I've gotten recently on my YouTube channel is from someone that I worked with in coaching. And his name was Mike, and he had come off of various antidepressants. And he said, "Thanks, Michael. You helped me through your coaching and videos. I check in on your YouTube videos to not forget the place I was at. I cold turkeyed sertraline and Abilify after about a year of use. Healing has happened. So much good has come from so much pain. Please, people, do not lose hope. I sleep. I do my job well. I laugh. I walk. Enjoying my life again. I thought my life was over. I kept hanging on and decided to keep moving forward. Right or wrong, there were nights I was hurting so bad, the only thing that would calm me was your videos, your voice. Please don't stop. Thank you, and I pray to God that He provides His healing to those suffering." So again, thanks so much, Mike, for coming back and leaving that message. And I remember from our conversations, Also, we talked about certainly surviving the withdrawal and going through the worries about, maybe reinstatement, people telling you get on meds or whatever. Everyone goes through a waffling period, I think, when it comes to those things, wondering if they can move forward really without the meds, or find a way forward through the withdrawal situation. But we talked about that stuff and about, physical exercise, finding things a person enjoys, finding spiritual growth. And again, a great story of not just withdrawal healing, but finding greater transformation in one's life as well, and finding greater joy. So thanks so much for the email, Mike. I'm sorry, for the YouTube message. I really, really appreciate it. The email I got a while back was from a lady I coached, and she went on and off of various antidepressants and got off them. And she wrote this: "Hi, Michael. I'm so excited to report that I've written my success story. You're absolutely right regarding what you said about my situation, how I'd get better. To paraphrase, I can't thank you enough for your hopeful words. I had printed out your notes, and I also kept notes I made on the very first video I ever watched of yours, where you mentioned how you felt at different stages of healing. Anyways, I wanted to share my success story and say thanks. I'm doing other activist work, but also want to devote time to nurture other people in withdrawal. I will certainly point them in the direction of your videos for hope. Many thanks." And thank you for giving me that email, Maura, and for sharing your improvements with me. And again, you, like everyone, I remember how scared and almost disbelieving that healing could actually happen. But with more time and self-care, it certainly does. And it's so encouraging to hear these stories, because I know there's a lot of people out there who are in a place where wondering, well, I can't get better, can I? Because I was on and off so many things, or I screwed up in some way, or this and that. Well, yeah, you can. There's nothing in your history that's going to prevent you from healing. It's all about what you do at this point moving forward. That's all that matters. And if you care for yourself, give things more time, lean on support, God, measures of, again, self-care and how you approach things and a coping strategy and through daily care approaches, that's how you move forward and find success and healing and improvement. And finally, I received another email the other week from a lady with whom I work in coaching, who wanted to get off benzos and was trying to get off benzos and was making progress in her taper, but then got fully off the benzos and got scared and went back on the benzos. And then decided to work at the process again, and finally found success and is finally finding healing. And she just sent me a nice quick email saying, "Thank you, Michael, for your encouraging and motivational email. I'm slowly doing much better now. I've been off the meds for a number of months, and God is restoring my health. Thank you for coaching me all this time." And well, thank you for leaving me that email and for making sure that I know that. Again, it's so encouraging, and I encourage anyone who's watching this who has something nice to share, please do. I know people just kind of go through the experience and maybe want to move on, but even just taking a minute to share a sentence or two or paragraph about, what you went through and how it got better. And it doesn't have to be 100% better, right? It just has to be better than what you were going through. You know that you can finally feel a little better and get your footing beneath you and see some improvements. Even taking a minute to share that with others is huge. And not everyone's going to do it like I did with blog posts and all these videos and whatever. But even just taking 1 minute to say, you know what, I was here one time. I thought it would never improve. It did. Just stick with it and hang in there. Everyone appreciates that. So thanks for sharing, those who did. And I hope those of you watching these videos have been encouraged by these things that I've shared. And I'll try to keep doing that to some extent in the future. I hope that you also enjoyed the part at the beginning of this video about the different fears that basically everyone goes through when they're in withdrawal. So you know you're not going through those alone. And you know that the answer to those fears is not yes, but no. I'm not dying. I'm not losing my mind. This won't last forever. Again, if you'd like to check out my new Healing Mindset course, you can click the link below in the video description. You'll not only find a page there, it will give you a greater, more expanded picture of what that course is. It's got 36 video and audio lessons, each with powerful idea posters and summaries in full color for printout. as well as homework worksheets that go with each and every of the 36 sections. And there's just a whole lot of really good material, I think, in there based on what I went through and learned and what I've seen with others, that's going to help you to focus on the right things, to not only get off medications and get through withdrawal, but to grow as a person and spiritually and find a better life through all of this. And that's really the goal for all of us, isn't it? To find greater peace, fulfillment, and joy. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Click the thumbs up if you did. Again, check out the link to the Healing Mindset course at a great discount still during this launch week. And until next time, please remember to take care of yourself and your dreams.